Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Sprout. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. It has been a long day for me. I did a big full day recording session with the Hermitcraft guys. It was like 8 hours long. You'll see that soon enough, but I'm not going to spoil anything. However, we're back today in Sprout, and I think today I kind of want to do a bit of building, and kind of we've tackled sort of this front of the base and kind of figured out what style we're going to be building stuff in. And today I think I want to start working a little bit on this part of the house as well. So the main like central portion, I guess, would be the way to say it. So let's just grab some things. Let's grab some dark oak. I can just probably get a bunch of this junk out of my inventory that I don't need right now. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Okay. Also, before I forget, every episode I get questions saying, hey, put the angel ring in your crafting grid and it'll be able to put in a bauble slot. That's not a thing in this pack. That's actually a separate mod that is not part of this mod pack. That basically allows the angel ring to be converted to a bauble version. You can see I'm putting in all the things. It doesn't work in this pack. Someone said Iskall did it in his series. It's possible that maybe he's playing on a different version of the pack that I am, and that version has it. Or it's also possible that he may have just added it himself for convenience sake. But that's not a thing that I can do unless I want to modify the pack. And honestly, I might just do it because it's such a small change that I don't feel bad about doing that. Generally, when I play mod packs by other people, I don't like to mess with them too much. I don't like to change things because I don't like it when viewers ask, why can't I do this thing that I've seen you do? And I have to say, well, it's because I modified the pack. I don't think that's fair to people watching because they want to be able to replicate what I'm doing. And if I change the pack, it causes a lot of questions, and then it gets into this whole thing where I'm trying to like explain how to do that, and it's just it ends up being a headache. So I think it's much better to play the packs in the versions that the mod pack authors put out. And the other part of that too is that often a lot of choices in mod packs are conscious choices. Like mod pack authors do things in a certain way and they do it for a reason. For example, one good example of that is like some mod packs don't have Tinker's Construct, and all the time I'll get people saying, hey, you should add Tinker's Construct to this pack. But odds are the mod pack author, when they made the pack, they probably made the conscious decision to not put Tinkers in there and to do it for a reason. In fact, this pack is an example of that. There is no Tinker's Construct in this pack. And the pack is balanced around the idea of there not being Tinker's Construct. So I think when you start adding things like that to a mod pack, it really kind of dilutes the experience from what the original mod pack author intended. And I don't think that's fair to people who are playing along. So I don't modify packs for the most part. I might make a couple minor changes to it. I might tweak a config option, or if there's like some sort of a bug that I know about that the mod pack author hasn't noticed and I know how to fix it, I might do something like that. Or I might make very small changes to a mod pack made by somebody else, but almost never will I actually add and remove significant mods. I don't think the Angel Ring mod, though, is that was stupid of me. I don't think, the mod that basically makes the Angel Ring a bauble is a significant addition, though. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. I could add it. It would take me, 30 seconds to do it. Wouldn't be a big deal. But anyway, let's get back to building. So I kind of want to get this area situated, and you can see, if you look at it from way up above, we've got kind of like a T shape here, right? You've got like a thing that comes across this way, and then it kind of sticks out here. And then on the back, it does stick out, but it only sticks out because we have this water wheel here. And this water wheel we may actually just straight up remove, and maybe I'll turn this into like expansion for the house. That could be an option. We'll see. But then we also have this kind of central area right here, and I think I want to change this up. I want to get rid of this hardened clay. We'll start with getting rid of that. We want to get rid of this stuff that's in my way. Oh, and somebody also asked, are you at least going to remove all the vines? Because they kind of look stupid. And the answer is yes. By the time I'm done with this place, it will not look dilapidated and run down and stuff. It'll be beautiful and pristine like it's been well maintained. So the vines are all going to go, but that's going to be something that I don't have to do all at once. We can do that in little bits here and there. But anyway, I digress. So I think what we'll do is like right here. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring this up a bit. We'll bring up some supports. Oh, hey, come back, you. No, come back. Yes, there we go. All right, so we'll bring up some supports like this. Yeah, let's bring them up to like right there. And then this, I think, will frame out with like a dark oak border, like so. And that should be good. Yeah. Now, a lot of this is going to end up getting like modified a little bit. I'm trying to like think about the roof here, right? Because that's one thing that's very important. When you're building a structure, you want to put some thought into the way that the roof is going to look before you go crazy and start putting down tons and tons of blocks. Because last thing you want to do is build the entire house and then start putting the roof on it and go, there's not really a way to make this roof work and make it look good. So I want to kind of think about the roof a little bit here. So I know that I want to have, let's grab some, what are we using for a roof border? Dark oak? Yeah. Let's grab some dark oak stairs here. So let's just go, I'm going to need more than that. Let's go dark oak. There we go. And let's just make ourselves a couple stacks of those. And maybe some slabs. I won't need too many of these for the moment, because we're just going to kind of frame out our roof here, I think. So starting here, let's kind of scoot that out just a little bit, because we do want to have that nice overhang. We may even want to start that down. No, this should be fine. Okay, so let's just kind of bring this up at an angle, and I'm probably going to end up removing some of these stairs. Ooh, actually, okay, so actually I did mess it up a little bit. That's fine. I want this to be down one more block. No big deal. We'll just bring it down one block. This is why we frame out the roof, guys, so that you don't make these mistakes after you've already built half the house and have to tear a bunch of stuff down. So let's mark out our roof like so. We'll just do a little bit of back and forth, no big deal. And then we'll work our way back down until we get to where we want to be, which is right here. All right, and we'll just bring that across, and then we'll tear out these extra blocks, okay? And let's go, for now, let's tear out this part here as well. This can go. These can all go away because we don't need that there. And that is one chunk of our roof, and then we'll cap it off with a slab on top like so. And then I'm going to come down and we'll grab these bits that are underneath. I may end up putting these back in. I don't know yet, because the thing is, we could do it like right here, right? Like so. And that might be better and it might not. I kind of like seeing a little bit more separation there, but I'm open to the suggestion. We'll see. We'll play around with it and we'll decide what we want to do. But for now, let's just kind of mark out the roof right here, okay? And we'll use some slabs. Not right there, right here? No, not slabs, please. Place. No. It's so hard to place these sometimes. Not there. Not there either. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I need to figure out how these slabs work. It's horribly frustrating. No, I don't want it to go up. I want it to go. Aha, bottom half of the block. Got it. Okay, so we see how they work now. There we go. Yeah, because I'm on the bottom. I'm on the bottom half, right? Of course. Okay, so we'll just kind of mark that out like so, right? And we know that that chunk of the roof is going to be sticking out straight into the building. Okay. Now let's also check if we're standing right here. We are at Y level 88, and yes, I know that it says the coordinates on the little thing below journey map, but the text is so tiny. I don't like to strain my eyes, but someone did leave a funny comment in the last video that says, you know, Wells is a vanilla player because he still uses the F3 screen, even though journey map is a thing. I chuckled. But anyway, so let's take this down by 1 block, right? So we should be at Y level 88. 88, there we go. We're gonna get rid of all this extra nonsense over here, because this is not what we need. This can all just be taken away. All of this, okay, there we go. That can go as well. I'm gonna break the leaves, I think. That'll hopefully get rid of some of these vines. Not as many as I was hoping. Let's just kind of clean this up a little bit. Get rid of some of these vines. Here we go. That spider web can go, and there's an emerald. Oh, that's my, that's my Ars Magica thingy. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So then we'll just kind of bring this over and out. Same deal right here, like so. And then once again, we're just going to kind of, it's probably faster to do it this way, actually. Ooh. Come on. Like so. Break you. And we'll go like this, and that's probably a little bit quicker than doing like the back and forth, you know, upside down, rub to, all that kind of stuff. So let's just go like that. And then we'll break out these bottom parts that we don't need. Do. There we go. Okay. And last but not least, bottom half of the block, we want to mark out, this is where the roof is going to go, right? We want to get an idea. We're trying to lay a framework. It's the concept of like wire framing, right? Like, if you watch Hermitcraft, my Hermitcraft series, when we built the cathedral that we're working on over there right now, we outlined the entire thing with like a wireframe outline before we started properly building it. That's kind of what we're doing here, because we want to know what this roof is going to look. We want to know what our basic building shape is going to be before we get too crazy with things. Okay, so let's say right here, we're going to mark out another wireframe, and we'll bring that one out a little bit more. Okay, and we'll go boop, boop. And we're going to kind of bring this up as well, like so. And like so. Add a slab there. And then once again, tear out the bottom side. Just to mark this all out. And there we go. Okay. So there we have this chunk of the roof, right? And that's right, bottom half of the block. It's a thing. I just got to get used to these slabs. It takes a little finagling, a little getting used to, right? And then I think I want another roof. Maybe here? That's going to come up. So this little chunk right here is going to be like a roof within a roof, if that makes sense. And then this one's going to be all the... No, because I want this part to start 2 blocks above the other roof. So, like, this line right here is going to come this way, right? And then it's going to come out here. So, we'll go... like so, but only stick it out 1 block. And then we get to bring this up all the way. to here. And same deal over on that side. We'll do that. And I know right now it kind of just looks like a mess of dark oak, but don't worry. Once we actually get the stuff in place, once we really start getting into this, I think it's going to look really good. It's just a matter of, you know, we need a little bit of patience here so we can get everything kind of sorted out and planned, because planning for builds like this is super important. Like, if you want something to look good, you got to put some thought into it, or it just ends up being a mess, and that's no good. So we'll do something like that, and then last but not least, once again, come back here, get rid of these blocks in the underbelly of this roof outline. Let's just carve that out, and this will give us a good idea of kind of what a roof shape for this second floor is gonna be. Okay, so you got something like that, right? And I think that'll look pretty good. Yeah, because then this roof will basically come until we hit this part of the building. Now we got to figure out where is our center point on this building, and I'm thinking like right about here, maybe here, right? For this second level. And the problem is when you look at this tower, like here's the center of what was this castle, or whatever you want to call it, monastery. And either way, I digress. Here's the center. It's like this entire half is basically cut off. So we need to do something about that, because that's not going to be a good look. So why don't we bring that up like so? Maybe that's too much. Oh, I was holding shift. Thankfully, that didn't just destroy my entire house. That could have been a disaster. Let's see. You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff, because it's confusing my brain right now. Let's just get rid of some of this stained clay that's here and in the way and causing me problems, okay? I'll just tear a bunch of this stuff away. Sometimes you have to remove some of the clutter so you can actually, like, think properly. Because it reaches a point where your brain is, like, trying to process too many things at once, and you can't picture it in your head because of all the clutter that's around it. So let's just try and clean this up a little bit, right? Get rid of some of this clay. We don't need to get rid of all of it, but just enough that we can still get a good idea of the shape. Okay. So maybe... Because we'll have a roof here, we'll have a roof here. I suppose we could actually bring... Yeah, maybe we do this. How much of an interior space would that be? We go 3... So that would be like right about here. Oh, those are stairs. That's not dark oak. Right? Yeah, that seems about right, actually. So we'll go like to here. And then we find the same spot, which would be like right here. And we'll bring that up a ways. Okay? So that kind of shows us the area of this tower. Now we'll have a different roof on this tower. This whole thing, in fact. Oh man, I'm really afraid to just shift this. Is it connected to all the things? If I hold shift... Oh, if I hold shift, it doesn't actually even work. Okay, I don't feel so bad then. I was hoping to just tear down the whole thing in like one go. But I wasn't able to, and that's fine. Okay? So let's just get rid of all this stuff. Tear it all out. Tear it all down. Get rid of it. And we'll see what we can come up with here. There we go. Cobweb, vine, break. How's my inventory doing? My inventory is almost full. Let's dump some of this junk that we don't need. into said inventory. There we go. And then we just need to tear out like the entirety of the roof. Okay, so I'm back. We've got this part all torn out, and I'm thinking here, I kind of want to do, let's see, this is not a perfect, oh, actually, I think it is a perfect square. We follow this line. Yeah, actually, it is a perfect square. Okay, so in that case, let's go and do like another one of these types of roofs, but on a larger scale, right? So we'll go here, here, and then we just kind of build that up, right? Break you. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. And there. And then tear out this part. And we're going to basically end up doing that on all sides. And they'll form this nice like triangle for us when we're all said and done, once it's all said and done. We're also going to need to kind of come in here and put a slab down like right there so that it properly ties together. Otherwise, it's going to look a little funny. But we'll do something like this, and then this corner log right here will ultimately just go away. But let me get that done to all four sides. All right, guys, I'm back. So we've got that part of the roof kind of outlined over here. Now, we've got some problem areas, okay? So first of all, we've got these pillars here, and I kind of want to bring these up. In fact, some of these go all the way down. Let's just break a couple of those. There we go. But we want to bring these dark oak pillars up. Let's see. We'd also have one right here. So we'll bring that up until it's right behind. Same goes for right here. And yes, I know this is all a mess, and the interior of the house is still a mess. I understand. Don't worry. That will be dealt with as well. It's just, well, one thing at a time. I want to get an outline of the house before we deal with the interior of the house, but that will happen. We'll get that done too. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so that's pretty good, I think. It's gonna need some depth, but we can do that. Let's just see how many of these spruce frames do I have? A fair amount. I've got a fair amount. That's not tons and tons and tons, but it's enough to give us a decent start. And let's grab our builder's wand so we can expedite the process a little bit here, okay? So what I'm thinking is we'll have something like this. I'm only going to worry about the front of the house for right now. I'm not going to worry about the back, like, at all, or the sides, because the sides are basically all going to be identical, okay? We're going to have multiple sides to this whole thing. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But if we can get one side properly sorted out, then I'll be feeling pretty good, okay? So we get something like that going. Over here, I'm thinking we'll go like, these vines gotta go. There we go. So let's just bring that up right here. We go like this. Now this is gonna have to be broken up. We'll break, like this is too much of this spruce texture. So we'll have to break this up in some way, but there's a couple different ways we can do that, and we'll be able to figure something out for sure. And then it kind of bleeds up into this. Okay, so let's see. And here is where the backside of this part would be. So let's just kind of bring that across as well. Just for now, I'm not gonna worry like too much about some of this, but we'll get something like this going, I think. Right, there we go. And then we need to, let's see, here, and then it just kind of shifts over one at a time until we hit the other roof. So basically, we're just kind of outlining this back part here. And in fact, right here, this would come all the way across. This guy can just go away entirely. Here's where we start to separate. And then it kind of works its way down until we get to that point. Okay, so yeah, something like that. Now, this is very, this looks a little out there because it's not broken up yet. But we can break this up pretty easily. So, for example, right here, maybe we would want to have a dark oak log kind of coming up here in line with this pillar, right? And that'll help us kind of break this up a little bit. So, let's just kind of go up like that. Hell, actually, we'd really want that down here. There we go. So we do something like this, kind of break it up a little bit here, a little bit there, and that'll give us kind of a better idea. We may even want to scoot that out a little bit more just so there's a little bit more depth. And, and we'll have windows and all sorts of stuff in here to really help with this. And once we get the roof in place, I think it'll work pretty well. So let me get some of the spruce stairs so we can try putting some of that roofing in place, and we'll see what we can make work here. Okay, here we go. So now you can kind of start to get an idea of how this is going to look, right? We've got like this bigger roof here. Keep in mind, this little part here is going to kind of sneak underneath, and it's kind of hard for it to make sense right here. But basically this will ultimately all kind of meet up right here. Here it'll kind of turn like so, and then it's going to run into the building over here. So you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to look on the side. I don't know exactly yet how some of this is going to work. Like right here, I don't know if I want that to be a spruce slab or a full block. I know this dark oak in the walls, most of that's going to go away. But you can kind of start to get an idea of how this whole place is going to feel. We'll have all sorts of, like dormers, would be the proper term. Dormer windows. No, please. My finger slipped and the camera went crazy there. I'm sorry. But you can kind of see here how this is all starting to come together, right? Like it should be relatively clear, I think. We'll do that just so it's symmetrical here. Fill this little bit in like so, and then we'll just kind of bring that around. And, obviously, it's still relatively messy, but you're starting to get a feel for how this whole thing is going to work. The more I look at this right here, the more I don't want this to be here. I think I want it to be here instead. So let's see, this was our log. So instead we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so, just so it kind of kicks out a little bit and does it at a different layer or a different X coordinate, right? And we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, I know this one got placed incorrectly. It's okay. Nobody panic. It's all fine. There. So there you go. You're starting to see, if we look at it from a distance, when you look way over here, you're starting to see some of the shapes and how things are coming together. It might even be kind of cool to do this down, actually. Maybe like right here, we would basically break this roof up altogether so it would come. Ooh, that could actually be really cool. We might do something like I've got a couple different ideas floating around, but it's starting to come together. It's starting to get there. This thing is we're making progress and it's beginning to take shape. So I hope you're enjoying it, guys. Unfortunately, I am out of time for this episode, so I'm gonna have to call this one right here. But my friends, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.